Started in 27th, already up to 14th, and he's fanning out to the outside now.
Here comes Mike Skinner in the second line. Johnny Benson moves up. Skinner moves up higher. Mark Martin is going to try to block as they go down the backstretch.
Look at Tom Bodine right out against the wall.
Todd Bodine moved up. He made it into the top 10. He's running 3 wide.
Whoa, there they go.
There they go. Mike Wallace into the wall. And Derek Cope gets almost upside down into the wall. The caution is going to come out. The checkered is going to fly. Mark Martin out in front of the field as they come out.
Quick splash of fuel over.
Mark Martin in that 6 car.
Oh, there we go. Casey Mears, McMurray, and from a huge pack.
No, that's Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon is in it. Martin Truex Jr. in the 1. Gordon just got hit again.
Boyer. Oh, that started way up high. Who was that at way up high?
Is that Carl in 99?
Looks like it. Have to get another look.
That started from way up on the outside of the wall.
Like Harvick. Was Harvick right in front of that?
He would get a. It's going to be tough to see from that shot, too.
Now Harvick goes high and just gets tagged by Gordon. Some of these cars have already made it back to pit road.
It looks like it's Carl Edwards. Now, I don't know if Carl got tagged, but he got loose, like he got hit. And he turned to the left. When he turned to the left, he went down the racetrack and hit.
Vickers wants to go. Hey, getting a little wider.
There he goes.
Junior.
Down.
Oh, no! There's
It's
25.
Hook to 48 and takes out Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson.
Caution is
He implemented a specialized team, completely dedicated to restrictor plate racing. Less than a dozen people. Oh, and we've got trouble on the track, and it's Kyle Busch upside down.
Big time crash. Kyle Busch goes upside down and rolls down across on his roof here on lap 26. Cars comes back over, and now side over side barrel rolls. And comes to rest on its wheels.
They all started stacking up. It's hard to say that, Tony Stewart wasn't getting some help from behind him, maybe even further back than right behind him. Like they're all just kind of stacking up.
Yeah, when that happens, usually because everything changes, the air changes, and what you've been doing right there, you might have been wide open at that time, and then all of a sudden things change. And so, you can't put any blame on anybody, I don't think, here. Although I think we do see a little contact between the 33 and the 5. But when he pulls out there, that car is automatically going to start coming back a little bit because he's come out against a brick wall of wind right there. Even though he's got to run, that car automatically slows down when he pulls out there until he starts getting that help.
So if you're Tony Stewart and you're trying to get out of the gas and you're getting hit from behind, have you ever had that happen where you get hit from behind and you can't actually slow your car down and try to avoid that wreck?
Somewhat reminiscent of the Brian Vickers, Jimmy Johnson contact in the Cup race last fall. Inconsequential, wasn't intended to happen. One car makes him
dive down in there, but he's lost that now as Ward Burton takes that spot away from him.
And they can't seem to get organized in that outside lane like they were earlier.
Whoa, contact. Stephen Wallace gets sideways. He is tapped from behind. And this is the one no one wanted, the big one late, and Stephen Light has nowhere to go head on into the 41 car. There's the 90 car of Stephen Light, who's having such a great run. 66 car.
Here again, he's up against the car right in front of him, who was Casey Kane, but he's still getting that push from behind because Reed Sorensen can't see that he's totally against that car, and that's where it just gets down to the end of this race, and we start. I say we do it in the Cup race too. You start running into each other and trying to help them get to the front as fast as you can.
Yeah, we heard Greg Biffle talking about it. That if you can't see through these race cars, so you can't tell what the guy in front of you is dealing with, and they just start stacking up. Can't really put the blame on one person here. It's just all kind of shared back through there.
Yeah, I'm sure Stephen, he's probably got a foot on the brake because he's right against the 9 car, but he's getting hit hard from behind, and then he just shoots him right out of the pack. We've been fortunate all day that we haven't really had very many cars involved in these accidents at a time, but we got down to the end when it was time to try to win, and people like Stephen Light, unfortunately, that weren't even a part of the beginning of this get involved.
Well, at least a half a dozen cars damaged in this big one here with less than 10 laps to go.
make it. If we can cycle through these green flag stops, it'll make it where it's a one-stop race.
Casey Mears.
And you know what? I'm not so sure this isn't a product. I think he was trying to get the pit road because he was one of the cars that needed the pit.
Got punted by Jimmy coming in.
And it sounds like
here he is,
right in the front of the pack.
But you know, Larry, yeah, I mean, he's up a little high. Man, that's a hard lick.
Hit.
But he was up a little bit too high there trying to get, you know, he should have been a little lower maybe. I don't know.
Let's watch from Jimmy Johnson's on board.
See right here, he moves, coming through the corner, he moves out a little bit.
My question would be, did he
the
give
driver
a
was
good...
Brian Vickers. The other irony is that Tony Stewart, who's now steaming up the outside. Oh,
trouble.
Ricky Rudd in the wall.
Trouble back
Nemechek
there.
around. Kyle Busch.
You know what? I'm not so sure that wasn't started. Oh, is that Dale?
Jeff Burton, 31 car. Kyle Busch, another wreck today, just like yesterday.
And a very hard hit.
That is, he's old. There's a window net coming down.
Oh, it's good to be 21, Darrell.
They're right here. Here's the 48 car right here.
But the 96, Tony Raines, looks like he got up into Jimmy Johnson, the 48, initially off turn 2, I believe, Darrell.
I believe you're right, Larry. I saw the 48 move. Gosh, that's a hard lick by those two cars. Good thing the safer barrier is there again.
Let's look from the rear bumper of Kevin Harvick's Pennzoil Chevy.
Whoa. Man, look at Nemechek's car go airborne. And then Kyle Busch's car goes airborne when it hits the rear wheels come off the ground.
You're riding with Jeff Burton.
Oh, man. Oh. Oh, gosh.
That was when the 5 car.
Listen, y'all, I know you don't know what that feels like unless you've been in one of these.
Didn't look like it. I would think he would want to stay right on that yellow line. Johnny went up there with him, and it's going to allow Mike Skinner to get a little momentum.
He's coming to the pit. Oh, problems for Jack Sprague. He's going to slide in front of the field. Right into the trioval they go. Jack Sprague slides into the infield and catches about 3 or 4 trucks. One of those being the 33 of Ron Hornaday.
Ron Hornaday got caught there. Something's wrong
Watch right there. See the fire come out of exhaust. He let off right there, and Johnny just didn't know what was happening.
Look at Darnell going across and hitting the inside wall.
Yeah, Jack turns right back in the middle of the pack there.
And then Hornaday just almost threw it.
Barely got clipped.
Was all the way down in the grass. Terry Cook, a lot of damage to that Harris Trucking. Toyota comes down and makes contact. You see the flames out of the exhaust pipes right there. Now it turns Jack right in front of the field.
What a helpless feeling for Jack Sprague, but fortunately he got banged around, but nothing ever hit him real solid, so he was able to walk away.
He just had nothing going on, you know, and just to be sitting here and doing nothing for no reason just didn't make any sense to me. But I liked it when we were battling and racing, and that's why when we got in the back we kept trying to go to the bottom to get to the front.
Oh, trouble on the racetrack, trouble way up high, and we now have the big one here with 44 laps to go, the 5 car involved. McMurray is there, Rudiment is involved.
7 car got it.
Let's show you what happened. Watch the 43 car. Watch the 12 in front of the 43 of Bobby Labonte.
It's like Bobby Labonte just lost the car up against the wall.
Yeah, Bobby really didn't have anybody around him. It looks like they just maybe a possibility a right front tire went down, or the car just got flat out from underneath him and got loose. It just took off.
As much grip as these cars have, as good as they handle, I can't believe that you just,